Good evening, MHMavericks and Lethbridge Bulls fans, and welcome to Game 1 of the 2018 Western Major Baseball League playoffs. Tonight's game is between the number 1 seed, 38-9, MHMavericks, and number 4 seed, 19-29, Lethbridge Bulls. Mavericks finished the season with an 8-2 record and were one win shy of tying the all-time Western Major Baseball League record. Mavericks played only 47 out of the 48 games, with one game being rained out this season. Lethbridge come into the playoffs with a 4-6 records in the last 10 games, losing 6 games in a row. Medicine Hat has swept the season series against Lethbridge, winning all 6 games these two teams played against each other. Last year, these two teams met in the first round of the playoffs, with the Mavericks prevailing in 5 games, moving on to the second round, where they would lose to the Edmonton Prospects. Edmonton Prospects and Okotoks Dogs meet in the other Western Conference matchup, while the Weyburn Beavers and Moose Jaw Miller Express meet in the East, as well as the Swift Current 57s and Regina Red Sox. Medicine Hat finished this season with the most runs in the league with 398 runs, 56 more than the second place team. Medicine Hat also finished in first in the league with hits with 522.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson.
Starting lineups being introduced now, followed by Old Canada. We're ready to go in just about 5 minutes here at Athletic Park.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 20, Sal Rodriguez. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 31, Zach Gray. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai. Batting seventh, number 4, the third baseman, Louis Kendra. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre. And rounding out the batting order, the right fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Mavericks, number 29, Alex Dufflo. Head coach of the Mavericks, Andrew Murphy, assistant Spayland Latine, and Kyle Swanek. Fans, can you please stand, remove your hats, and join Paige Callahan in the singing of Old Canada. Thank you very much, Paige. Conditions here at game time, 27 degrees, partly cloudy.
Just about ready to go here at Athletic Park. First pitch in just a couple minutes. Medicine Hat finished first in the league in runs with 398 and hits with 522 this season. They also finished first in RBI with 344. Pitching, Medicine Hat gave up the second least amount of runs in the league with 215 and the second least amount of hits with 397. Medicine Hat had the third best fielding percentage in the league at 967 here in 2018. Carson Johnson led the offense for the Mavericks this season, hitting .354 with 62 hits and 60 runs. David Salguero had 58 hits, and Colton Wright hit .345 with 57 hits. Wright led the team with 9 home runs and 47 RBI. David Vilches had 5 home runs, and Zach Gray had 40 RBI. Barry Kane led the team with 44 strikeouts this season, followed by Jared Libke with 42 and Matt Brooks with 40 strikeouts himself. Jonathan Smithy had the best ERA on the team with a 1.53 ERA. Alex Defoe followed him with a 2.37. Barry Kane, Junpei Akinuma led the team with 6 wins each, followed by Jared Libke and Alex Defoe, each with 5. Alex Defoe takes the mound for the first game of the 2018 playoffs here for the Mavericks. Defoe finished the season with a 5-0 record in 7 starts for the Mavericks. In 7 appearances, pitched 38 innings, 43 hits given up, only 15 runs and 10 of them earned. 29 strikeouts and only 9 walks, and a 5-0 record with 2.36 ERA. Starting pitcher for the visiting Lethbridge Bulls, Andrew Grider. Grider pitched in 9 games. He has a 3-3 record and a 4.17 ERA. Grider pitched 56 innings, giving up 59 hits, 34 runs, only 26 of them earned, and 56 strikeouts as well. We're now underway here at Athletic Park with the leadoff batter for the Bulls. Stepping up to the plate now, Hank Forrest, the center fielder, is going to lead off for the Bulls. First pitch is in for the playoffs. And it's up high from Defoe. 1-0. One-0 count. And Hank Forrest is going to hit this one hard, but lined it into foul territory. Makes the count 1-1. Top of the order for the Bulls, Hank Forrest, second baseman Ashton Roy, and first baseman Caleb Warden. Call strike, and it's 1-2. Defense behind Alex Defoe today. Colton Wright is catching. On third is Louis Cantura. Shortstop, Carson Johnson. Second baseman is Nolan Radai, and playing first is Zach Gray. Left field tonight is Jackson Hoagie, with David Salguero in center and Jordan Dre playing right field. 3-2 count at the plate after 2 straight balls outside. And Forrest is going to lift this one high in the left field. Hoagie's under it, and that's the first out of the game. 1 up, 1 down here between the Mavericks and the Bulls in the top of the first. Ashton Roy will step up to the plate for the first time in these 2018 playoffs. 1 gone and nobody on here in the first inning. One and 0 pitches outside. Starting lineup for the Bulls, it's Hank Forrest, Ashton Roy, Caleb Warden. Batting fourth is Dylan Borman. Fifth is Blake McDonald. And that one's fouled off down near the Bulls bullpen. Blake McDonald bats sixth for the Bulls. Blake McDonald bats fifth with Jesse Hilliard batting sixth. Dustin Braun bats 7th for the Bulls. Jared Semenuk bats 8th, and Carter Whitbeck is in the 9th spot. Two and 1 count here to Ashton Roy, and that one's going to be fouled off. It's 2-2. Two count, already 1 out here in the first inning. And that one's going to go just foul. Ashton Roy gets another chance in the batter's box. Still 2-2 count here to Roy. And it'll be another foul ball. This one left field, foul territory. Game 1 of the 2018 Western Major Baseball League playoffs between the MHMavericks and Lethbridge Bulls. Mavericks finished first in the Western Division, with Lethbridge Bulls finishing in 4th. And Roy's going to hit this one into right field. Over top of the head is Zach Gray. And he'll be on with a 1-out single.
Brings to the plate the first baseman, number 4, Caleb Warden.
1 on now for the Bulls. And Caleb Warden, the first baseman, will step up to the plate. Warden hit .369 this year, with 66 hits and 42 runs, 38 RBI, and 7 home runs. 66 hits led the entire Bulls roster. Next closest was Hank Forrest with 52, and Dylan Borman, who bats after Warden, with 49. And the first pitch to Warden, he's going to be hit in the elbow. Defoe with the fastball getting away from him. Two on now after the hit by pitch for Caleb Warden.
The third baseman, number 23, Dylan Borman.
1 out here in the first inning.
And all rock beer for the next 10 minutes. Budget Wines beer batter.
Dylan Borman steps up to the plate. 1 gone and 2 on for the Bulls. Top of the first inning, still no score. First pitch swinging, and he'll foul it off.
First inning brought to you by Minuteman.
Defoe gets ahead, 0-1. Borman also had 7 home runs this year, tied for the team lead with Caleb Warden and Lachlan Mayo. Borman had 49 hits, 10 doubles, and 32 runs this season. 0-2, called strike on the outside corner. Oh, and 2 here to Dylan Borman. And he'll foul this one off behind home plate into the stands. Keeps the count, 0-2. One gone and 2 on for the Bulls here in the first inning. Number 4 batter for the Bulls, Dylan Borman at the plate. And he's going to go down looking. First strikeout of the playoffs for Alex Defoe. 2 outs now here in the top of the first inning after the strikeout.
Here for the next 10 minutes, it's 7-11. You got now 7-21. Brings to the plate. Your shortstop, number 15, Blake McDonald. Now for the Bulls.
After the strikeout, Blake McDonald steps up to the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Blake McDonald hit .370 this year in 26 games. He had 34 hits, 14 runs, 4 home runs, and 17 RBI, the shortstop. Pops this one up behind home plate. Colin Wright is searching for it. Goes into the stands, out of reach. And it's a 0-1 count. Blake McDonald, the shortstop with 4 home runs in 26 games. Hit .370 with 34 hits. Middle of the order for the Bulls is very strong with Warden, Borman, McDonald, and Hilliard. 2 on here in the first inning for the Bulls. 2 outs. And Blake McDonald's in an 0-2 count now. Hard fastball from Defoe on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And it's 1-2. That one just outside. One-two count. Defoe looking to get out of the first inning. And he'll do so. A swinging strike from Blake McDonald. He'll go down swinging, and Alex Defoe has 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Bulls leave 2 on base. Nobody comes around. Going into the bottom of the first, it's still 0-0. Lineup for the MHMavericks. Leading off, it's David Salguero. Carson Johnson hits second, and Colton Wright will be hitting third tonight for the Mavericks. In the 4th spot, it's Sal Rodriguez DHing for the Mavericks this evening, with Zach Gray batting 5th. Nolan Radeye bats 6th for the Mavericks, with Louis Canjura batting in the 7th spot. And batting 8th and 9th, it's the corner outfielders Jordan Dre and Jackson Hoagie. Defense for the Bulls. Catching is Carter Whitbeck. Playing third base is Dylan Borman with Blake McDonald on short. Ashton Roy is playing second base with Caleb Warden playing first base. And in left field is Dustin Braun. Hank Forrest is playing center. And Jesse Hilliard is playing right field for the Bulls this evening. On the mound, Andrew Grider. 3-3 record this season with a 4.17 ERA in 9 starts. He'll go through David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright here in the first inning from the Mavericks. Bottom of the first, still 0-0. Bulls with 1 hit in the first inning. No runs to come around after they left 2 stranded. First up to bat for the Mavericks here in the 2018 playoffs, it's David Salguero. Salguero had 58 hits this year with 49 runs. Also had 26 RBI and 1 home run. His 1 home run was a grand slam here at Athletic Park earlier at the beginning of the season. First pitch from Grider. Called strike on the outside corner. Grider gets ahead early, 0-1. One and one. Second pitch is up high and misses. And this one's going to be lifted high in the air to left field. This one's gone. It's over the fence, 350 feet away, just past the foul pole. Leadoff home run for David Salguero for the Mavericks. 1-0 here in the playoffs against the Bulls. Salguero with a leadoff home run for the Mavericks makes the score 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning.
The shortstop number 5, Carson Johnson.
Carson Johnson up to bat now for Salguero. For the Mavericks, sorry. Not for David Salguero. Johnson up to bat now for the MHMavericks. 1-1 count at the plate. 1-0 for the Mavericks after this solo leadoff home run for Salguero. Two and two now, called strike to Carson Johnson. Johnson led the Mavericks this season in hits and runs with 62 hits and 60 runs. He also batted .354 this year. And he's going to line this one straight to Dylan Borman at third base. And there's one out here in the first inning. Colton Wright, the catcher. Now batting for the Mavericks here in the first inning. 1 out, nobody on. It's 1-0 for the Mavericks. David Salguero hit, including the regular season, hitting his second home run of the year. His 2 home runs coming at good times in the regular season at a grand slam. And here in the playoffs, leads us off with a solo shot. 1-0 count to Colton Wright. Watches the first pitch go by. Down low.
Say that again.
1-1. Called strike.
G as in die. Row C, C2.
Third pitch coming up to Colton Wright. And it's way outside. It's 2-1. Colton Wright led the Mavericks with 9 home runs this year, 47 RBI. He also had 57 hits and 45 runs and hit .345. A remarkable season for the second-year catcher of the Mavericks. And the fourth pitch way inside and in the dirt. That one just passes right by. Near the ankles, he has to hop back from it. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the first inning. Nobody on, but one's come around. David Salguero with the leadoff home run. And Wright hits this one high in the air to right field. Jesse Hilliard gets under it. Second out of the bottom of the first. 2 gone now. And Sal Rodriguez, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. Rodriguez comes up with 2 gone and nobody on for the Mavs. Tonight's DH finished the season hitting .321. 4 home runs this year for the designated hitter with 27 RBI, 44 hits and 30 runs. One of the 7 Mavericks batters who had at least 40 hits this year. And Rodriguez gets ahead 2-1 in the count. Three and 1, Rodriguez ahead. And a good count. He'll be wanting to get on. Nobody on for the Mavericks at the moment. And he will. It's a 5-pitch walk to Rodriguez. 1 on now for the Mavericks. 2 outs here in the first inning as Zach Gray, the first baseman, will come up to bat for the first time in these Western Major Baseball League playoffs. First pitch, outside corner, called strike, 0-1. And Gray hits this one hard and high to deep center. And that one's just at the warning track. Hank Forrest makes the grab. That's 3 outs now. To complete the first inning, Mavericks up 1-0. A solo home run for David Salguero to lead off the game for the Mavericks.
Mavericks get one here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 lead.
It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Bulls here in the second inning. Jesse Hilliard, Dustin Braun, and Jarrett Semenuk.
holder of Section G, Row C, Seat 2, you just won $100 cash.
Alex Defoe threw one, gave up no runs on one hit and a walk, 2 strikeouts.
Again, if you have the ticket number Section G as in good,
For Defoe in that first inning, struck out Dylan Borman and Blake McDonald.
Right now to the Mavericks office to claim that $100 cash prize. This is 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Lethbridge Bulls starting off. The right fielder, number 30, Jesse Hilliard.
Ashton Roy was the only batter in the Bulls lineup to get a hit in the first inning. Jesse Hilliard steps up to the plate now, called strike. 0-1. Right fielder Hilliard hit .242 this season. And he'll swing at the second offering from Defoe, 0-2. Can't keep up with it. Hilliard had 22 hits this season, 14 runs, 3 home runs, and 16 RBI. And he hits this one hard, high, and deep to center field. Salguero's after it at the wall. And Jesse Hilliard's going to lead off the second inning with a solo home run. Ties the game up 1-1 here at Athletic Park. Solo home run for Salguero in the first inning. And it's a solo home run for Hilliard here in the second. Score is 1-1 between the Mavericks and the Bulls. Long ball getting it done here early in this game.
Second inning brought to you by Crystal Metz Insurance Agency. Crystal Metz Insurance.
Now batting for Lethbridge, it's a left fielder, Dustin Braun. Braun this season hit .265, 22 hits and 12 runs. 2 home runs and 10 RBI. 22 hits and 23 games for Dustin Braun. And at the plate now, he's in a 1-2 count. Here in the top of the second inning, no outs for the Bulls so far. And Braun is going to be struck out looking. 1 out now here in the top of the second. 3 strikeouts for Defoe so far this game.
Brings to the plate the designated hitter number 22, Jarrett Semen.
Number 8 batter, the designated hitter, Jarrett Semenuk, up for the Bulls. Jarrett Semenuk led the Bulls in batting average this season, hitting .371 once the season was over and done with. Semenuk had 33 hits in 30 games, 13 runs, 7 doubles, no home runs on the season, but 12 RBI. .3-0 count here to Jarrett Semenuk, number 8 batter. Nobody on for the Bulls, 1 out. They've already brought around 1 run. Off the solo home run from Jesse Hilliard to lead off the inning. And Jarrett Semenuk's going to hit this one. Ground ball right up the middle past Alex Defoe. 3rd hit of the game for the Bulls, and it's a base hit for Semenuk.
Number 24, Carter Whitbeck.
1 on now for Lethbridge as Carter Whitbeck, the Bulls catcher, steps up to the plate. That number 9 batter comes up with 1 on and 1 out. Jarrett Semenuk on first after the single. Carter Whitbeck hit .254 this season. 29 hits for the catcher as he fouls off the first pitch. 29 hits, 2 home runs, 11 RBI. And he's down now in an 0-1 count. 1-1, the sliders inside. And Whitbeck's going to ground this one down to third base foul line. Gets behind 1-2. Defoe already with 3 strikeouts this game. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's hit hard, but foul. 3 foul balls in the at-bat from Carter Whitbeck. Keeps the count 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the second. 1-1 is the score. 1 on for the Bulls. And this one's high in the air in the infield. Zach Gray looks to be under it. First baseman makes the grab. And that's 2 outs here in the second inning for the Bulls. Lethbridge has been through a whole order already. So stepping up to the plate now is the leadoff batter for the Bulls, Hank Forrest. Forrest popped up to Jackson Hoagie, the left fielder, in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 on the game so far, looking to get on for the first time. Fastball from Defoe gets by Forrest for the first pitch. Swinging strike, 0-1. Lethbridge with 3 hits so far this game. 2 singles and a home run. And the second pitch is just outside from Alex Defoe. It's 1-1. One and two, another swing and strike from Hank Forrest. Defoe looking to get out of the inning, only allowing 1 run. Jared Semenuk is on first base for the Bulls still. And it's 2-2, another pitch outside. Two balls, 2 strikes at the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. 1 on for the Bulls. Here's the 5th pitch. And it's called strike on the outside corner. Defoe with 4 strikeouts now through 2 innings. Bulls get 1 run there in the second inning. They tie up the score 1-1 going into the bottom of the second.
We are pleased to offer new and exciting rates for the 2018 season. All midday and twilight rates up for 18 holes. They got you covered with their new super twilight rate. Come up and experience exceptional courses.
Okotoks Dogs and Edmonton Prospects meet up for the other Western Division matchup. And in the East, it's the Weyburn Beavers against the Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Swift Current 57s against the Regina Red Sox.
P9349. It's a white Chevy Avalanche. Congratulations, your car has been chosen for the cleanest car in the parking lot. And you've won a free car wash courtesy of Clean Machine, the official car wash from the Mavericks. You can go and claim that prize.
Andrew Grider back on the mound for the Bulls. Gave up 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. No strikeouts for Grider there in the first inning as he pitched 10 balls and 10 strikes. 1 home run, a solo shot to lead off the game from David Salguero. Here in the second inning, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Mavericks. Nolan Radeye, Louis Canjura, and Jordan Dre. Radeye steps up to home plate now here to lead off the bottom of the second for the Mavericks.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radeye.
Red-Eye hit 308 this season. 48 hits, 34 runs, 1 home run, and 27 RBI. Red-Eye's 48 hits this season, tied for 5th on the team. Tied with Louis Canjura, who's on deck for the Mavericks. 2-0 count. Red-Eye watches the first 2 pitches go by. One is the score here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And that pitch floats just over the middle of the plate. Finds the strike zone, and it's 2-1. 2-2, hard fastball from Grider on the inside corner. Evens up the count to the leadoff batter here in the 2nd inning. Three-two, Red-Eye watches it go by and fills the count. 5th pitch, left up high from Grider. Full count, leadoff batter, Nolan Red-Eye. And he's going to foul one off the first pitch he swung at in this plate appearance. Full count still after the foul ball. Here's the pitch, and Red-Eye hits this one hard, deep to the wall. It's at the warning track, and Hank Forrest will make the grab on the run. 1 up, 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Mavericks have been hitting it hard so far this game.
Number 4, Louis Canjura.
Couple shots to the wall and one over in left field. Salguero squeaked one over 350 feet away in the 1st inning. Louis Canjura now at the plate. Canjura this season hit .277 with 48 hits, 35 runs. Canjura also had 5 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, and 33 RBI. Canjura gets ahead 2-0. And it's a 3-0 count on the pitch inside. Andrew Grider walked Sal Rodriguez in the 1st inning. That one in 5 pitches. This time he'll walk Louis Canjura in 4.
Canjura onto the wall.
1 on now for the Mavericks. Louis Canjura gets on first base via the walk. 1 out also here in the bottom of the 2nd, and Jordan Dre will step up to the batter's box. Jordan Dre climbed the Mavericks batting leaderboard all season. Finished the season hitting .314. Sorry, hitting .325 with 27 hits and 22 runs. Curveball from Grider on the first pitch catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 27 hits, 22 runs for Dre with 4 home runs and 17 RBI. The power hitting outfielder really came alive the 2nd half of the season for the Mavericks. He'll go down 0-2 on the swinging strike. One out here in the 2nd inning. 0-2 to Dre at the plate. Louis Canjura on first for the Mavericks. One and 2 now. And Dre will watch another one go by. That one a fastball down low. Misses the strike zone. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, only 1 out. Here in the second inning for the Mavericks. Bottom of the second, there's 1 out and 1 on. 3-2 now. That pitch up high. Dre watches 3 straight pitches go by, all outside of the strike zone. Fills the count now, as Grider's now thrown 20 balls and 16 strikes on 36 pitches. Been a few full counts now from the Mavericks. They've really been working the counts. So far, only 1 hit so far for the Mavs. The home run from Salguero. 2 walks, but no base hits yet. And Dre is going to go down swinging. First strikeout of the evening for Grider.
2-0 now for the Mavericks. Brings to the lane the right fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie.
Two outs here in the bottom of the second with 1 on. And Jackson Hoagie, the number 9 batter for the Mavericks, is going to step up to the plate for the first time this game. 2 outs here in the second inning. Number 9 batter Hoagie at the plate, 1 on for the Mavericks. Grider looking to get through 2 complete, still in a tied ball game, 1-1. Two and 0 Grider, guns went in outside. Third pitch up high. Grider struggling to find the strike zone here in the second inning. 3 balls or more and 3 straight at bats from Andrew Grider. Finds the strike zone on pitch number 4. Changeup up high, 3-1. Three-one count. And Hoagie's going to foul one off. That one into the netting behind home plate. Fills the count up, 3-2. Another full count to the Mavericks. Early in this game, the first game of the 2018 Western Major Baseball League playoffs between the MHMavericks and Lethbridge Bulls. 3-2 count to Hoagie, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And he's going to ground this one towards Blake McDonald. He'll make the scoop and the throw. Caleb Warden makes the grab. 6-3 ends the second inning. Going into the top of the third inning now, still 1-1 between the Mavericks and the Bulls. 3 hits so far this game for Lethbridge through 2 innings. Only 1 for the Mavericks. Runs coming off solo home runs from David Salguero and Jesse Hilliard.
We'd also like to thank Sports One Realty for sponsoring the patio for the entire season. And if you're interested for the playoffs, check out the availability of the Sports One Realty patio party. Also, let's welcome Davis GMC to the Medicine Brew Company Dugout Deck. And thank you, Medicine Brew Company, for sponsoring the Dugout Deck. The dugout there. Again, you can acquire to see if that's available during the playoffs.
One going into the top of the third here at Athletic Park between the Bulls and the Mavericks. Bulls will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters come up to the plate here in the third inning. Ashton Roy, Caleb Warden, and Dylan Borman. Roy singled in the first inning. Warden was hit by a pitch. And Dylan Borman is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Alex Defoe so far through 2 innings has given up 1 run on 3 hits. And 4 strikeouts so far. Striking out Hank Forrest, Dylan Borman, Blake McDonald, and Dustin Braun, all of the Bulls.
It's the 2-3-4 hitters who up for the Lethbridge Bulls starting it off. Top of the third, the second baseman, number 3, Ashton Roy.
Top of the third inning now. Ashton Roy steps up to the plate for the second time. So far, he's 1 for 1 this game. Second baseman hit .261 this year with 43 hits and 23 runs. First pitch called strike, 0-1. Roy also had 3 home runs and 29 RBI this season. One and one count from Alex Defoe. And the count is 2-1. Defoe misses on 2 straight pitches. And Roy's going to hit this one just foul. That one was hovering over top of the foul line, going into right field foul territory for a long time over top of first base. Just drifted into foul territory, and Alex Defoe gets away with one there. Two and two. And a fastball drifts outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to the leadoff batter here in the third inning. Three and two, and Roy will foul one off. 6 pitches now in the at-bat. And Roy's going to be walked in 7 pitches. That's the first walk given from Alex Defoe this game. Caleb Warden was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Steps up to the plate. In the same position he was 2 innings ago with Ashton Roy on first. First pitch down low, 1-0. And Warden's going to ground this one softly towards Radai, 4-6. To get the fielder's choice, he's safe at first. Warden gets on first base from the fielder's choice from Nolan Radai. Radai gets the out at second. 4-6. Force out at second. Dylan Borman struck out looking in the first inning. Steps up to the plate now with 1 on and 1 out here in the third. Caleb Warden on first base for the Bulls. And it's a 1-0 count at the plate. Two and one, called strike. Defoe catches that outside corner on the fastball. And it's called strike, bottom half of the plate. 2-2. Defoe evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Dylan Borman. Borman's already struck out once this game. And he'll go down again. 2 strikeouts now for Dylan Borman. This time he'll go down swinging. Defoe now with 5 strikeouts this game.
Two on for the Bulls, brings to the plate the shortstop number 15, Blake McDonald.
Blake McDonald now batting for the Bulls. He also struck out in the first. He went down swinging in the first inning, and he'll get down in an 0-1 count here in the third. 2 outs. Chase the first pitch. It's a swing and strike. 1-1 inside pitch. Defoe so far through 2 2/3 with 5 strikeouts has only given up 1 run on 3 hits. And McDonald's going to get hit in the side. 2 Bulls batters getting hit now here in the first 3 innings. That allows 2 runners to get on for Lethbridge here in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Jesse Hilliard, the number 6 batter for the Bulls, steps up to the plate. Leading off the 2nd inning, hit a solo home run. We'll see what he can do here in the 3rd with 2 runners on. And 2 outs as well. First pitch swinging. Can't keep up with the fastball. Gets down 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Second pitch. And it's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike now after 2 pitches here in this at bat. And Hilliard's going to ground this one to Carson Johnson. He'll make the grab and the throw. Throws him out at first. No Bulls can come around. 6-3 ends the 3rd inning. Going into the bottom of the 3rd inning now, the score is still 1-1 between Medicine Hat and Lethbridge. Lethbridge with 3 hits so far through 3 innings. Going into the bottom of the 3rd, Medicine Hat with 1 so far.
Also, fans, be sure to send in your fan photos to the Medicine Hat News.
Andrew Grider, so far through 2 innings, has given up 1 run to the Mavericks on 1 hit and 2 walks. He's also struck out 1 while throwing 23 balls and 20 strikes. Third inning, it'll be the top of the order for the Mavericks. David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright.
Wear some of those Mavericks souvenirs, so head out, check out the souvenir shack and get some Mavericks paraphernalia on and support them in their run for the WNBL championship.
Salguero led off the game in the 1st inning with a solo home run right near the scoreboard in left field. Carson Johnson and Colton Wright were both retired. They're both 0 for 1 so far this game. See what can happen here in the bottom of the 3rd as the Mavericks look to take the lead.
Order now for the Mavericks. The center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Salguero steps up to the batter's box. 1 for 1 this game. Leadoff home run in the first inning. We'll see what he can do to lead off the third. 1-1 is the score going into the bottom of the third inning between the MHMavericks and the Lethbridge Bulls. Leadoff batter, David Salguero. Second pitch, he swings on and lifted into center field. Hank Forrest makes the running and diving grab. Good play from the Bulls center fielder, showing off his pace. Makes the grab, and there's 1 up, 1 down for the Mavericks.
Number 5, Carson Johnson.
Carson Johnson is up for the second time this game. Lined out to Dylan Borman, the third baseman, in the first inning. He hit it hard, but right towards the Bulls defender on the hot corner. And he's 0 for 1 this game. Gets ahead 1-0 this count. And that's 2-0. 2 straight pitches from Grider are wide. 2 balls, no strikes. And Johnson's going to hit this one right towards the first baseman, Caleb Warden. He'll step on the plate himself. And that's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 up, 2 down.
The catcher, number 25, Colton Wright.
Colton Wright flew out to the right fielder, Jesse Hilliard, in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 so far. Steps up to the plate for a second time here in the third inning, looking to get on for the first time. Wright had 57 hits on the season, 9 home runs and 47 RBI. Looking for a hit number 1 of these 2018 playoffs. Two-0 count, Right. Watch the first 2 pitches go by.
50-50, you just heard from down in the ticket office. 50-50 tickets are going really, really well. Get your tickets now.
2 balls, no strike. Right, watch the first 2 pitches go by. And Grider gets one in there. Bottom half of the strike zone. 2-1. Two and 2, swing and strike from Colton Wright. Inside curveball from Andrew Grider, gets him swinging. Here's the 5th pitch and a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Slider. And Colton Wright will pop it up. Dylan Borman, the third baseman, will make the grab over top of the mound. And we're through 3 innings now with the score still 1-1. Mavericks and Bulls tied here at Athletic Park 1-1 through 3 innings. Lethbridge Bulls with 3 hits so far. Medicine Hat with only 1. Defoe coming out for the 4th inning. Giving up 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. 5 strikeouts so far for Defoe. Here in the 4th inning, it will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Dustin Braun, Jarrett Semenuk, and Carter Whitbeck. Braun was struck out looking. Semenuk is 1 for 1 so far with a single, and Carter Whitbeck is 0 for 1 so far this game. Bulls got no runs in the third inning despite having 2 runners on. See if they can get something going. Here in the fourth, it's still a tie game. Low scoring so far, only 1-1 through 3 innings. Dustin Braun comes up to the batter's box here for the second time here in the fourth inning. Dustin Braun's 0 for 1 so far this game. He struck out looking in the second inning. First pitch of the fourth. Braun fouls off down the third base line. Gets behind 0-1. No balls and a strike after the foul ball. Leadoff batter in the fourth inning. And Braun hits this one hard and deep to left field. That one's over top of the fence. It's another solo home run for the Lethbridge Bulls. And that makes the game 2-1. Lethbridge leads the MHMavericks. 2 home runs given up now from Alex Defoe. 2 line drives. 1 to center field and 1 to left there from Dustin Braun. The 6 and 7 batters for the Bulls making a difference here in this game. 2-1 for Lethbridge here in the first game of the Western Major Baseball League playoffs in the first round. Jared Semenuk comes up now for the second time. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the second inning. Semenuk gets ahead 2-0 early in the count.
It's 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2-1 is the count to Semenuk. And that's 3-1. Another pitch down low from Alex Defoe. Three and 1, nobody out here in the fourth inning. Nobody on for the Bulls. Slider from Defoe catches the outside corner. It's 3-2 now, full count. Alex Defoe already with 5 strikeouts this game, looking for strikeout number 6. And he'll get it. Called strike. Defoe with 6 strikeouts now in the game. 2-1 is the score here in the top of the fourth inning. Bulls lead the Mavericks. As the number 9 hitter for the Bulls, Carter Whitbeck steps up to the plate. So far, he's 0 for 1 this game. And Whitbeck will hit this one. Right center field. David Salguero is under it. Gets the second out of the inning, and we're up to the top of the order for the Bulls now.
Center fielder number 7, Hank Forrest.
Hank Forrest is 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to Jackson Hoagie in the first inning and struck out in the second. Leadoff batter will look to get on for the first time this game here in the fourth inning. First pitch called strike. It's 0-1. 3 solo home runs so far this game. 1 for the Mavericks and 2 for the Bulls. Makes the scoreline 2-1 for Lethbridge. 0-2 count. Hank Forrest at the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And that one is just inside, barely misses the strike zone. Makes the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defoe looking for his 7th strikeout through 4 innings. And he's not going to get it there as Hank Forrest fouls him off. Keeps the count 1-2. And Forrest going to bloop this one into left field. Hoagie's under it. Gets the 3rd out on the top of the 4th inning. Mavericks down 2-1 now going into the bottom of the 4th. They have to come back against the Bulls. Bulls were down 1-0 after the 1st inning, but have slowly got a few runs of their own. Solo home runs from Jesse Hilliard and Dustin Braun have taken the lead for the Bulls.
Fans, take a look at your programs if you purchase one. Find the RJ's Ice and Water ad, and we're looking for a signature of number 20, Sal Rodriguez, in your RJ's Ice and Water ad. If you have that, you just won $10 certificate from RJ's Ice and Water.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Andrew Grider still on the mound for the Bulls. So far, he's given up 1 run on 1 hit and 2 walks. Struck out 1 Mavericks batter, that being Jordan Dre.
Shout out to the parents of some of our Mavericks who are here tonight. Lisa Rodriguez, Jim Odlin, Doug Dre, Myra and Mike Stark, and Jerry Andres. Thanks for supporting our Mavericks.
Here in the 4th inning, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Mavericks right in the middle of the order. Sal Rodriguez, Zach Gray, and Nolan Radeye. Rodriguez was walked in the 1st inning. Gray and Radeye both 0 for 1 so far this game. Two-1 for the Bulls here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Middle of the order for the Mavericks, Rodriguez, Gray, and Radeye. They have some work to do to get back in this one, down 2-1. So far, through 3 innings, Mavericks only with 1 hit this game.
Starting off the designated hitter number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Mavericks led the entire Western Major Baseball League in hits and runs in the regular season. They're used to putting up 10 spots and over 10 to 15 hits as well in a game. First pitch is a breaking ball with no break on it. Outside, it's 1-0. And Rodriguez is going to ground this one towards Blake McDonald. Soft grounder. He makes a grab and a throw. 6-3 for the leadoff batter, Rodriguez. He's now 0 for 1 this game.
Number 31, Zach Gray.
Zach Gray will step up to the plate here. 0 for 1. He flew out to deep center field in the 1st inning. Hank Forrest with the grab. Nolan Radeye on deck also flew out to center field to lead off the 2nd. First pitch high and inside. Gray backs off that one. Watch this go by. It's 1-0. Two-0 count to Gray. And I'll watch the 3rd pitch go by outside. Makes the count 3-0. Gray looking to get on for the first time. Mavericks looking for a base runner, so they'll take the walk here in the 4th inning. 1 out and nobody on already. 3-1 fastball outside corner. And Gray's going to rip this one into right field over top of the head of Warden. Just like Ashton Royce hit in the first inning. It's a single into right field.
Second baseman number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Only the second hit of the game so far for the Mavericks. Maybe this will lead to something as they can get the bats rolling here in the fourth inning. 1 on and 1 out. Nolan Ratai steps up to the plate for the second time. Flew out to center field in the second inning. First pitch gets by the catcher, and Zach Gray advances to second. Mavericks now with a runner in scoring position. It's a 1-0 count, and Gray on second. One and 0. Here's the second pitch. Curveball up high. 2-0 now. Two and 0 to Ratai. Grider was the third pitch. Fastball outside. 3 balls and no strikes yet. Ratai in a good count. After Zach Gray got on, Mavericks looking for the second base runner of the inning. Called strike outside corner. Grider not making it easy for Nolan Ratai. 3-1 now. And he'll be walked in 5 pitches. Grider could not last long in that at bat. Mavericks now with 2 runners on here in the fourth inning. It's their best inning offensively, other than the first where they got the home run.
Third baseman number 4, Louis Canjura.
Louis Canjura steps up. He was walked in the second inning, but was later left on base. We'll see what he can do here and see if he can get on with his bat in the fourth inning. .37 balls and 29 strikes from Andrew Grider so far this game in 66 pitches. Canjura gets ahead 1-0. And he'll watch the second pitch go by right down the middle. Doesn't take a swing at it, not the pitch he's looking for. 1-1. And Canjura is going to line this one into right center field. Zach Gray's turning third. He's coming home. Mavericks will tie this game. It's an RBI single from Louis Canjura. 2-2 is the score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nolan Ratai advances all the way to third on the single from Canjura. 2-2. Mavericks tie it up. Line drive into right center field. Advances Ratai and brings around Zach Gray. Third hit of the night now for the Mavericks. And it's 2-2 here in the fourth inning. Meeting at the mound for the Bulls. They'll keep Grider in there.
Hey, keep those hands a clapping, folks. As we welcome to the plate, the left fielder, number 9, Jordan Gray.
Jordan Dre back up to the plate. Jordan Dre back up to the batter's box now. First pitch from Grider. Outside, it's 1-0. Runners on the corners for the Mavericks and only one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Radai on third base and Louis Canjura on first.
This is an annual album that I do when Steve goes away.
2-0, the pitch is high and wide. Radai only 90 feet away. The leading run for the Mavericks. And Dre is going to pop this one up high in the infield. Caleb Warden looks to be under at the first baseman. He'll make the grab, and that's 2 outs now in the fourth inning for the Mavericks. Two outs. And two on for the Mavericks. Nolan Radai still on third and Canjura on first. Canjura with an RBI single this inning, tying up the score 2-2 between the Bulls and the Mavericks. Jackson Hoagie at the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far this game. First pitch down low, it's 1-0.
Always loves orange, and Stefano came with green. And at the time, Steve was driving a green Mustang.
1 ball, no strikes to Jackson Hoagie. Hoagie, the number 9 batter for the Mavericks. Called strike, 1-1. Outside corner from Grider. Looking to get out of this inning here. With the score tied 2-2, Nolan Radai only 90 feet away. Foul ball from Jackson Hoagie over towards the Bulls bullpen. Hoagie with the chance to give the Mavericks a lead. If he can put one fair into the outfield. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Louis Canjura takes off, and Hoagie's going to hit this one in the gap between the first and second baseman. That's going to be enough to bring around Radai, and the Mavericks take the 3-2 lead here in the fourth inning. Another RBI single for the Mavericks here in the fourth inning. Louis Canjura takes off for third base with the hit and run.
I'm good.
But it's with Stefano Bohano. You don't speak Bowen, right, in the chat?
3-2 score now here in the bottom of the fourth. Mavericks lead. Runners still on the corners as Louis Canjura on the hit and run advanced all the way to third. Jackson Hoagie on first after his RBI single. David Salguero, he's 1 for 2 and he's out to play now. 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Mavericks with the 3-2 lead. Salguero with a solo home run in the first inning. Flew out to center field in the third.
What
1-1 count.
How do you want to direct this?
And Salguero hitting a knee on the third pitch of the at-bat, and that will fill the bases. Third player hit in this game. 2 Bulls and 1 Maverick. Salguero, from being hit, loads the bases here in the fourth inning. Carson Johnson steps up to the plate now for the third time here with the bases loaded in the fourth inning. Carson Johnson so far 0 for 2 this game. Looking for his first hit, and what a great time it would be to get base knocker number 1 for the shortstop. Ball 1 of the at-bat. No strikes yet. It's 1-0.
Just in case you need something, Kim, what do you need? No, I have mine up here, but...
Is there one for
No, it's all good.
2 outs and the bases loaded here in the 4th inning. 1-1 count. Called strike outside corner.
the hot dog that I'm waiting for it to
Jen's waiting for a photo op.
what's the long
With potato head.
good lord.
No.
You know, Steve Bowen from Chat, he's the other music director, and we share an office. He's gone to this.
1-1 here to Carson Johnson. And Johnson swings at this one, pops it up. This one is in foul territory. Over top of the dugout. 1-2 now after the foul ball. Dylan Borman was chasing after that one. Almost went into the Mavericks dugout looking for it. It went over. Couldn't make the play. Johnson gets another life, and it's 1-2.
Because I won't release it until I know he's driving the 20-some hours back. Is everyone
1-2 count. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. 3 on for the Mavericks. Louis Kendra on third, Jackson Hoagie on second, and David Salguero on first base after being hit by a pitch. And Johnson hits this one high in the air towards right field. Jesse Hilliard gets under it. No more runs can come around, but the Mavericks get 2 and take the lead.
Hey fans, we got TJ.
Mavericks lead the Bulls 3-2 after 4 innings going into the top of the 5th. Both teams have 4 hits so far this game.
Let's do a little twist and shout.
Fifth inning now here at Athletic Park. 3-2 Mavericks lead. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters for the Bulls. Ashton Roy, Caleb Borden, and Dylan Borman. Roy is 1 for 1 this game with a single and a walk. Caleb Borden is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch earlier in the game. And Dylan Borman 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Alex Defoe is still on the mound for the Mavericks. So far, through 4 innings, he's given up 2 runs on 4 hits and a walk. And 6 strikeouts so far this game from Defoe.
It's the 2-3-4 hitters due up for the Lethbridge Bulls starting off. Number 3, Ashton Roy.
Ashton Roy steps up to the plate to lead off the 5th inning. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Rat eye.
10-4.
2-0 now. Another pitch outside from Defoe. Ashton Roy so far has got on both times. He's been at the plate this game. Swings through the 3rd pitch. And that'll make the count 2 balls and a strike. Leadoff batter Ashton Roy, the 2nd baseman for the Bulls. And he'll hit this one against first base, and that gets him to right field. Roy with another single here this game. Gets lucky on that one as it just bounced off of first base into right field. Zach Gray couldn't make the play.
Roy on with a base hit. Late. The first baseman, number 4, Caleb Ward.
Leadoff single for Ashton Roy. And Caleb Warden will step up to the plate here. Hit by a pitch in the 1st inning and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd. First pitch down low inside. 1 ball, no strikes. And the second pitch. Catches the plate. Makes the count 1-1. And Warden grounds this one to Red-Eye. He steps on the plate and makes the throw. It's a 4-3 double play. Good individual play from the Mavericks second baseman. Red-Eye makes a tough grab and tags the second base and makes the throw. Gets 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Dalen Borman swings on the first pitch. Pops up in the right field. Jordan Dre will make the grab. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulls here in the 5th inning. Mavericks still lead 3-2. Good double play from Nolan Red-Eye. 4-3. Made the grab, made the tag, and the throw over to first. Going into the bottom of the 5th, Mavericks lead the Bulls 3-2. Bulls with 5 hits so far, Mavericks with 4.
All right, looks like we got some action down on field level. We got the Cottonwood Cooley closest to the pin shot. And what do we got going on there, Britt or Kitty?
Hey guys, down here I've got Johnny Pitt over slowly. All right, so we got closest to the pin, Cottonwood.
Andrew Grider
So the objective of the game is to get it closest to the pin once it drops.
is going to be replaced here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
First shot.
Pitching change for the Bulls. Pitching now for Lethbridge is number 20, Bryce Oriole Fraser. Bryce Oriole Fraser this season made 7 starts for the Bulls. Here in the playoffs, he's making his first appearance out of the bullpen this season. In 7 starts this year, he pitched 32 and 2/3 innings, giving up 35 hits, 30 runs, 25 of them earned, 32 strikeouts in 32 innings, and a 1-2 record. 6.88 ERA for Oriole Fraser.
Real estate needs for over 18 years. Call or text her today at 403-952-5170. Angela Colby at Royal Bay Community Real Estate. Middle of the 5th inning brought to you by River Dental, the official dentist and hygienist of the Mavericks. Who's coming up for the Mavericks?
3-4-5. Number 20 is pitching for. It'll be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Mavericks here in the 5th inning. Colton Wright, Sal Rodriguez, and Zach Gray, the power bats for the Mavericks. Oriole Fraser.
The Mavericks is the 3-4-5 hitters. The catcher number 25, Colton Wright.
First batter that Oriole Fraser will face here in the 5th inning is the catcher, Colton Wright. Wright is 0 for 2 so far this game, still looking to get on base for the first time. Couldn't do so against Andrew Grider. We'll see what he can do here against Fraser. No balls, 1 strike here in the at-bat. And that's 1-1. Pitches up high from Fraser.
Pitching for the Lethbridge Bulls, right-handed reliever. Number 20, Bryce Oriole Fraser.
2-1. Pitch is down low and way outside. Carter Whitbeck has to reach down for that one. Two and two, called strike again on that outside corner. Same spot from the first pitch. Sal Rodriguez on deck. He's 0 for 1 with a walk so far this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's 3 and 2. Another pitch in the dirt. Leadoff batter for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 5th, Colton Wright. Full count to Bryce Oriole Frazier, 3 and 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. And Wright's going to ground this one right up the middle, past the second baseman. And he's on with a leadoff single here in the 5th inning, his first hit of the playoffs.
Brings to the plate the designated hitter number 20.
Right up the middle, it gets past all the infielders. And there's one on with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Mavericks still lead 3-2 going in here in the bottom of the 5th.
Sharon and Dave Hoagie and the Ratai family all here too.
Sal Rodriguez 0 for 1 so far. Looking for his first base hit. Got on with a walk in the first inning. First pitch fastball up high. 1-0. Rodriguez is going to pop this one up into the stands. Foul ball. Knocks over a young fan, and it's 1-1 at the plate. Check at first base for Colton Wright. He's back safely. One and one at the plate for Sal Rodriguez. One on, nobody out for the Mavericks. Bottom of the 5th inning. And Rodriguez is going to pop another one up. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes as that one's fouled off over top of the grandstand. Two and two. That one passes by outside. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Sal Rodriguez. Colton Wright takes off for second. Rodriguez hits it high in the air into center field. Hank Forrest makes a grab, and Wright has to track back to first.
One gone for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the first baseman, number 31, Zach Gray.
Wright was looking to get into scoring position, possibly stealing second base. After the fly out from Rodriguez, he has to go back to first. 1 out, still 1 on. Colton Wright on first base for the Mavericks, and Zach Gray now up to the plate. The first baseman is 1 for 2 so far this game. He singled in the 4th inning and later scored. Oh, 1 count, inside slider. Not the one Gray wants, and it's 0-1. Call strike, fastball on that inside corner. Oriole Frazier gets ahead 0-2 after the leadoff single from Colton Wright. Frazier looking to get his second straight out. And Gray hits this one high in the air towards right field. Jesse Hilliard tracking back on it near the warning track, and it's not far enough from Zach Gray to do any damage. Colton Wright hangs out, stays on first base, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now for the Mavericks brings to the plate the second baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Nolan Ratai steps up to the plate now for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 1 so far with a walk. He walked in the 4th inning and scored as well. 3-2 for the Mavericks. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 on for the Mavs. And Colton Wright is safe at second. Wright finally steals at second base. Two strikes at the plate, no balls. Colton Wright in scoring position. Nolan Ratai at the plate for the Mavericks. There's 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Price, Oriole Frazier trying to get out of this inning, allowing no runs to come around. Giving up 1 hit so far. He's got 2 outs. And with 2 strikes at the plate, he's looking for strikeout number 1 and out number 3. Won't get it on pitch number 3. Ratai watches that one go by outside. One and 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Ratai will check his swing, but it's not the right choice. Called strike. Just barely over the plate. Ends the 5th inning. Oriole Frazier with a strikeout to end the inning. Going into the top of the 6th. Through 5 complete. It is 3-2 for Medicine Hat. Both teams with 5 hits so far. Mavericks with the lead.
Sherry Gutfriend, you've won 1. Sherry Gutfriend, you've won a jersey. And the other winner is Russ Paulson is the other winner of our jerseys. Congratulations there, guys. The bottom of the 5th inning was brought to you by yours, Equal and Heidegger Criminal Defense Lawyers. And Serenity Float Center. Let them help you find relief from stress, pain, and anxiety. The healing benefits of rest and relaxation is undeniable. Floating in Epsom salts helps you do this. Serenity Float Center.
Going into the top of the 6th inning, Alex Defoe is still on the mound for the Mavs. Through 5 innings, Defoe's given up 2 runs to the Bulls on 5 hits and a walk. Defoe has struck out 6 batters in 5 innings so far. Here in the 6th inning, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Bulls. Blake McDonald, Jesse Hilliard, and Dustin Braun. Hilliard and Braun with 2 solo home runs so far this game. Jesse Hilliard's in the 2nd inning, and Braun's in the 4th. We're in the 6th inning now, and they'll both come up to the plate again. After Blake McDonald, who's 0 for 1 so far today, he struck out swinging in the 1st inning and was hit by a pitch in the 3rd.
It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters. The shortstop number 15, Blake McDonald.
First pitch swinging, and McDonald will foul this one off. He hit that one really hard, connected well.
Bring up to date. In Okotoks, Edmonton leads Okotoks 5-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Thought you liked that.
1-1 count after the second pitch to Blake McDonald. Outside, and it evens it up. McDonald's going to pop this one up high into right field. It's going to drop. That one just out of reach of Jordan Dre. And that's McDonald's first hit of the game.
Other scores, Regina leads Swift Current 6-4. That's in the bottom of the fifth as well. And Moose Jaw leads Weyburn 1-0 at the bottom of the fifth.
McDonald on after the pop-up into short right field. No Mavericks can make the play. One on for the Bulls now here in the top of the sixth. Leadoff batter, so there's no outs. Jesse Hilliard, after a solo home run in the second inning, is now 1 for 2, but he hits this one hard and deep towards the left field wall. It's at the wall. Blake McDonald's going to hold up on third. Hilliard with a double. He has a home run and a double now in this game. 2 on now, both in scoring position for the Bulls here in the sixth inning. Mavericks lead 3-2. Good opportunity for the Bulls to tie it up or possibly take the lead against the Mavericks here in the sixth. Quick meeting at the mound from Kyle Swanwick, the pitching coach of the Mavericks, with Alex Defoe. Comes up to the mound as the Bulls have 2 on third and second. Blake McDonald on third base for the Bulls. Jesse Hilliard on second. Tying run is 90 feet away, and the leading run for the Bulls is 180 on second base.
Yeah, last call, 50-50 tickets, last call.
Dustin Braun, he's 1 for 2 so far. He'll step up to the plate. Struck out in the second inning and had a solo home run in the fourth. Comes on with an opportunity to get RBI number 2 and possibly 3 in this game. Bulls with 7 hits now after the Jesse Hilliard double. And Braun gets ahead 2-0. Watch as the first 2 pitches go by for balls. Three and 0 now. Defoe with another pitch down low.
Yeah.
Three and 1 now. Pitch finds the bottom half of the strike zone. And it's a full count now. Another called strike from Defoe. He's not giving up in this at bat after going down 3-0. 3-2, full count. After being ahead 3-0, Dustin Braun fouls one off and keeps it. 3-2. Defoe working hard to get the first out of this sixth inning. Doesn't want to give up the lead to Lethbridge. Mavericks only up 1, 3-2. And he'll get Braun swinging. That's strikeout number 7 for Alex Defoe.
out there for the vote. One gone for the Bulls.
One out now here in the top of the 6th inning. Still 2 on for the Bulls. Dustin Braun strikes out for the 2nd time this game. Strikeout number 7 for Alex Defoe, and Jarrett Semenuk comes up to try and bring around a run or two for the Bulls. 1 for 2 in the game so far is Semenuk. He singled in the 2nd inning and struck out looking in the 4th. First pitch, fastball, over top of the plate, 0-1. Runners on 3rd and 2nd for the Bulls. And this one's hit into right field. Jordan Dre makes the grab. The run is coming home. 1 run's going to score on the sacrifice fly into right field. Jordan Dre with a remarkable grab to keep it only 1 run coming around for the Bulls. And they're going to say that the run did not tag at 3rd base. So the run does not come around to score. Mavericks get out of the inning. Good heads-up play from the Mavericks. That'll end the top of the 6th. You're going to say that the runner did not tag on 3rd. Lethbridge's coach is not happy with that one. Mavericks are overjoyed. Mavericks go into the bottom of the 6th inning, up 3-2. Run does not score for the Bulls. All right, so how do I score that? I didn't see it. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and Louis Canjura will lead it off for the Mavericks. 7, 8, 9 batters. Louis Canjura, Jordan Dre, and Jackson Hoagie.
Last ball for the Souvenirs.
1-1 count to Louis Canjura. Still 3-2 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 6th. After the wild play to end the top of the 6th inning from the Bulls. Bulls had thought they scored, but after the 9-2-5, the runner from 3rd didn't take 3rd base on his way home. And he was promptly out at 3rd base to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th now. Mavericks still lead 3-2. Louis Canjura at the plate. He'll hit this one hard and deep into right center field. That one's going to find the gap. And he's turning first, heading in for second. And Louis is in with a leadoff double to start the 6th inning for the Mavericks. Louis with a leadoff double. There's no outs and a runner in scoring position for the Mavericks. As Dre, the right fielder, comes up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2, but just made the amazing play in right field for the Mavericks to end the 6th inning, the top of the 6th. See if he can create any more magic for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 6th with his bat. No outs. Runner on second for the Mavericks, Louis Kandura. Jordan Dre at the plate. Jackson Hoagie on deck for the Mavericks. 3-2 Mavs. They're looking to add to their lead. They don't want any more close calls like they had in the top of the 6th. And Dre is going to bunt this one just ahead of the catcher. He'll be out at first, but he advances Louis Kandura to third. Louis advances to third. And the 4th run of the game for the Mavericks is only 90 feet away now. Jackson Hoagie steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Hoagie had an RBI single in the 4th inning. We'll see if he can add to the RBI tally here in the 6th. First pitch, he fouls off hard into the stands.
That's what we call a screamer. Hands up.
No balls and a strike here to Hoagie. 1 out. The number 9 batter for the Mavericks. Top of the order, David Salguero on deck for the Mavs. And Hoagie's going to let this one high in the air to right field. Kandura tags. And he's heading home. The throw is in. Kandura gets under. He's safe. It's 4-2 Mavericks. Hoagie with the sacrifice fly. Mavericks take the 2-run lead here in the 6th inning. Sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly bring around the run. 2 outs here in the 6th inning after the double, the bunt, and the sacrifice fly. Kandura comes around to score. And it's 4-2 for the Mavericks.
Hey, what did you say? What was said? Yeah, TT home run, you got it.
Salguero at the plate. Bases are cleared for the Mavericks, and there's 2 outs. Bases cleared, 2 outs. 1-0 count to Salguero. Top of the order batter. He's 1 for 2 so far. Solo home run to lead off this game in the 1st inning.
No, 1 run, right?
He was hit by a pitch in the 4th as well and flew out to center field in the 3rd inning. Hard cut on the 3rd pitch. Can't keep up with the fastball. It's 1-2 now. 2 strikes and 2 outs. 1 more strike for the Bulls to get into the top of the 7th inning, down 2. 1-2 count. And the 4th pitch is way inside. That one's a hard fastball, down low. Salguero not looking to get hit for the 2nd straight at bat. Backs off that one. Evens up the count, 2-2 with 2 outs. To number 2 at the plate, nobody on. Another pitch inside from Oriole Frazier. Trying to find that inside corner. Can't do so, and he fills the count, 3-2. Carson Johnson currently on deck for the Mavericks. Johnson 0 for 3 so far this game. And Salguero with a foul ball. That one behind the concourse, possibly in the parking lot for sure. Keeps the count 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes at the plate. And Salguero is going to be walked in 7 pitches. That one up high. And there's now a runner on for the Mavericks again here in the 6th inning. Salguero is still 1 for 2 this game, but he's been on 3 times. He's been on base twice, and he got around once after the home run. His last 2 at-bats, he's been walked and hit by a pitch. Carson Johnson, his last at-bat was in the 4th inning when he flew out to right field with the bases loaded. 0 for 3 so far today. Looking for his first base hit of the evening. Johnson led the Mavericks with 62 hits and 60 runs this season. Still looking for hit number 1 of the playoffs. First pitch finally at the plate, and it's called strike on the inside corner. Oriole Frazier using that fastball to get out of this 6th inning. So far in this at bat, it's working for him. It's 0-1. Frazier checks Salguero again on first base. Salguero again safe. Count at the plate, still 0-1. And Johnson's going to line this one into center field over top of Blake McDonald's head at shortstop. Base hit for Carson Johnson, his first of the game. And that leaves 2 on for the Mavericks here with 2 outs. Line drive into center field for Carson Johnson. 2 on now, Salguero on second and Carson Johnson on first. Johnson now 1 for 4 this game. 2 of the fastest runners on the Mavericks on base. And the power bat, the catcher, number 25, Colton Wright. Steps up to the batter's box, led the team with 9 home runs this year and 47 RBI. Plenty of RBI thanks to these 2 ahead of them, always getting on base, Salguero and Johnson, and running the bases with ease once he gets the ball on the outfield. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it off on the outside pitch. 0-1 to Colton Wright. Oh and 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, 2 on. Frazier with the slider that lands outside. It's 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike at the plate to Colton Wright. Oriole Frazier with the 3rd pitch. Outside again on the fastball. Two on for the Mavericks. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 is the score. Medicine Hat leading after getting 1 more run here in the 6th inning. Louis Canjura scored after his leadoff double. Another foul ball from Colton Wright. He evens up the count, 2-2. David Salguero on second. And Carson Johnson currently on first for the Mavericks. Colton Wright at the plate. 2 out, 2 on. It's a 2-2 count. 4-2 is the score. Bryce Oriole Frazier trying to get out of the 6th inning, keeping it that way. And he will. Colton Wright's going to go down looking.
Mavericks get one more here in the bottom of the 6th.
Mavericks get 1 run in the 6th inning. They extend their lead to 4-2. Both teams with 7 hits so far through 6 innings.
Now we got Lucas and Britt are down by the first base line, and it's the team home run challenge brought to you by Tori Matson and Shauna Vandersproot of Royal LePage Community Realty. Who we got down there, guys?
Pitching change for the Medicine Mavericks here in the 7th inning. Coming out for the top of the 7th, it's number 7, Barry Kane. Alex Defoe pitched 6 strong, only giving up 2 runs on 7 hits and a walk. Plenty of hits for the Bulls, but only 2 solo home runs. 2 runs for the Bulls so far. Alex Defoe also with 7 strikeouts through 6 innings. Barry Kane comes on here. After a regular season where he pitched in 16 games and made 2 starts in his 16 appearances, 35 and a third innings pitched, giving up 33 hits, 16 runs, only 14 of them earned. He walked 13 batters and had 44 strikeouts in 35 innings. Barry Kane with a 6-1 record and a 3.56 ERA.
Now the mound for the Medicine Mavericks is pitching change brought to you by Mr. Lou. From Surrey, BC, right-handed reliever number 7, Barry Kane. Last call for you got it. Folks, go to your programs, to your Talk of Time ad section. In your programs, we're looking for number 4, Louis Canjura's signature. And if you have that in the Talk of Time ad, you want a free combo meal. Courtesy of Taco Time and the Medicine Mall and Row locations. To bring that winning ad to Lindsay and to take it off.
9-1-2 hitters for the Bulls here in the 7th inning. Carter Whitbeck, Hank Forrest, and Ashton Roy. Carter Whitbeck 0 for 2 so far. Hank Forrest 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And Ashton Roy is 2 for 2. He was hit by a pitch earlier. Whitbeck making his 3rd appearance. He's the last of the Bulls batters to make his 3rd appearance here in the 7th inning. First pitch from Kane gets away from him, up high and inside. Colton Wright can't make the grab. That's okay because nobody's on the bases. 1-0. And Whitbeck in the foul. This one up high in the air. Colton Wright looks to be under it behind home plate. He is. Makes the grab, and there's 1 out here in the 7th inning. Wright makes the play on Carter Whitbeck. Whitbeck now 0 for 3 so far. Hank Forrest is also 0 for 3 so far this game, batting for the 4th time. He's flown out to Jackson Hoagie in left field twice in the 1st and 4th inning, and he struck out looking in the 2nd. 1 out, nobody on for the Bulls. Top of the 7th inning, Mavericks lead the Bulls for 4-2. Hank Forrest looking to get on for the first time this game. And Forrest going to hit this one high in the air towards center field. Salguero tracks back on it all the way to the warning track. No problem for Salguero as he gets the 2nd out of the 7th inning.
Number 3, Ashton Roy.
Two outs. Nobody on for the Bulls, and Ashton Roy steps up to the plate. Roy is 2 for 2 so far. He singled twice and walked once in the 3rd inning. And Roy's going to fly this one high in the air to left field. Jackson Hoagie doesn't have to move at all for it. He'll make the grab. And the top of the 7th is over. We're going into the bottom of the 7th here at Athletic Park with the Mavericks still leading 4-2. Going into the bottom of the 7th now, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, middle of the order for the Mavericks. Sal Rodriguez, Zach Gray, and Nolan Radeye. Here in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be another pitching change for the visiting Lethbridge Bulls. Now pitching for the Bulls is number 19, Seth Spangler. Bryce Oriole Frazier gets through 2 innings where he gave up 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. 2 strikeouts for Oriole Frazier, and he comes out. 4-2 for the Mavericks. It'll be up to Seth Spangler to keep it 4-2 here in the 7th inning.
The 4, 5, 6 hitters go up for the Mavericks. Starting off the designated hitter number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Spangler had the most appearances for the Bulls this season, pitching 20 times out of the bullpen. Spangler in his 20 appearances pitched 21 in the 3rd innings, giving up 20 hits, 17 runs, 11 of them earned, 16 walks, and 18 strikeouts in 21 in the 3rd innings. 18 strikeouts and a 2-1 record, 4.64 ERA for Spangler. Leading off for the Mavericks, Sal Rodriguez, the designated hitter. Number 4 batter in the lineup. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Sal Rodriguez, Zach Gray, and Nolan Radeye. Bottom of the 7th inning, 4-2 Mavericks. And Rodriguez is going to ground this one towards Ashton Roy at second base. He'll make the grab and the easy throw to first. He just lofts it over there. 1 out. Now here in the bottom of the 7th, leadoff batter can't get on for the Mavericks.
The first baseman, number 31, Zach Gray.
Zach Gray now batting for the Mavericks. 1 for 3 so far. He singled and scored in the 4th. Comes up with nobody on and 1 out.
We'll make that draw after this at bat. 50-50 ticket number coming up.
2-0. Gray watches 2 straight pitches go by outside. Called strike on pitch number 3. Finds the bottom half of the strike zone. Seth Spangler getting back into the count now. It's 2-1. Three-one count. 3 balls and a strike. Gray yet to lift a bat off his shoulder. And Gray lifts this one high in the air left field. Dustin Braun looks to be under it. He makes the grab, and that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
All right, folks, here's that 50-50 ticket number for the amount of $1,195. 78375. Lucky number 78.
No, 2 up, 2 down for the Mavericks, and Nolan Radeye steps up to bat for the 4th time. Radeye is 0 for 2 so far. Radeye walked and scored in the 4th inning. He struck out looking in the 5th. Seth Spangler with the first pitch, called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. To Radeye, nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Swinging strike on the curveball, 0-2. Red-Eye down in the 0-2 count. And he's going to ground this one towards Caleb Borden at first. He'll bobble it. And Red-Eye is on safely. Red-Eye safely on first after the error from Caleb Borden. And that extends his 7th inning. Louis Canjura at the plate now. Comes on with 1 on and 2 outs. Oh, 1 count to Canjura. And it's 0-2, swinging strike. Hey guy, can you touch on this line for me? Let me touch it. 0-2 count to Louis Canjura.
Who was that?
Red-Eye. And Canjura is going to go down swinging to end the 7th inning.
Mavericks get nothing here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Leave a man stranded, but they still got that 4-2 lead. It looks like we got some action going down there on the third base line and out in the outfield. What do we got going on, Katie?
Hey guys, tonight we have the days off pump slingshot. Colton is out there getting ready to go. Colton has 4 chances to win the entire crowd discounts and days off after the game. We'll just wait till they're set up. Colton, are you ready? First ball, 425 high balls.
Top of the 8th inning now. And it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Bulls. Caleb Warden, Dylan Borman, and Blake McDonald. Warden's 0 for 2. Borman's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And Blake McDonald is 1 for 2 with a strikeout as well. 4-2 for the Mavericks going into the top of the 8th. And Barry Kane's going to come back onto the mound after giving him no runs on no hits or walks and no strikeouts through 1 inning.
So that was okay? That was okay? Got that meat for what?
Fans watching will have to apologize now just so everybody understands. We won't be able to finish this game on the live stream as our camera battery does not have enough battery life in it. We're trying to extend it as long as we can. Right now it's only at 7% and we cannot charge it at the moment. This afternoon we had the camera on trying to work out a new broadcasting system for the Mavericks. We're trying to use Boxcast now so that we can have a scoreboard on the live stream. So this afternoon we were working our way through Boxcast trying to figure it out. So we used some battery life this afternoon and now we won't be able to make it through the entirety of the game. So the live stream will end early once the battery dies in the camera, unfortunately. Once it does, we'll just have to follow along on point streak for the rest of the game. This will be something that won't happen tomorrow. It'll be a certainty that we'll make it through tomorrow's game. First pitch to Caleb Warden is outside. It's 1-0. Right now our camera battery is looking at 7% left. So unless we get 9 or 12 quick outs here, likely we'll not finish the game, and we apologize for that. Two and one now on the outside pitch. This afternoon we were working out a new broadcasting system to make the live stream even better for the fans, adding the scoreboard on using Boxcast, and I used up some battery, and unfortunately it did not charge enough in between that and the game Start time. 2-2 now. Caleb Warden with a swinging strike.
How about we can't get a bigger number? Just move him more another hour on purpose.
2-2. Warden fouls it off.
The end of the seventh inning was brought to you by Canadian Western Bank. Whether you're buying a home, planning for retirement, or having banking needs, give Canadian Western Bank a call. Your team advocate.
2-2 count to the leadoff batter, Caleb Warden, here in the top of the 8th. Warden 0 for 2 so far this game. And it's a full count on 6 pitches. Warden was hit by a pitch in the first inning, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and a 4-3 double play in the 5th inning. Now he's in a full count. And he'll lift this one high in the air to left field. Hoagie doesn't have to move far. Gets the first out of the 8th inning. Mavericks now 5 outs away from picking up their first win of the 2018 Wimble playoffs.
He strikes out this at bat. So all off here for the next 10 minutes.
Dylan Borman now batting for the Bulls with 1 out and nobody on. Borman is 0 for 3 so far with 2 strikeouts.
Hey, congratulations to Sarah Halfie, winner of tonight's 50-50 ticket.
First pitch is in from Kane and he gets him swinging. Swinging strike on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Second pitch from Kane, and Borman's going to foul this one off down the third base line, 0-2.
We got old Dutch chips to give away yet?
0-2 count here, 1 out, nobody on for the Bulls in the top of the 8th inning. Dylan Borman at the plate. And Kane's going to get the punch out. Get Borman looking. Borman goes down for the 3rd time this game. 2 outs now in the top of the 8th inning.
Two on out for the Bulls. To the late. The shortstop number 15, Blake McDonald.
Barry Kane trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Blake McDonald, the number 5. Top of the 8th is over. We're now going into the bottom half with the Mavericks still leading the Bulls 4-2. Bulls have to keep it a 2-run lead going into the top of the 9th. So far, Lethbridge with 7 hits so far through 8 innings and through 7 around batting. Mavericks with 7 hits as well. Still Seth Spangler on the mound for the Bulls. Through 1 inning, gave up no runs on no hits or walks and 1 strikeout. It'll be the 8-9-1, well, a solo home run to lead off the game in the first inning.
It's the 8-9-1 hitters go up for the Mavericks. Make some noise for the left fielder, number 9, Jordan Gray.
Jordan Dre, the number 8 batter for the Mavericks, steps up to the plate. 0 for 2 so far. Seth Spangler trying to keep it a 2-run game. Mavericks look They're going to increase their lead going into the top of the ninth and make it even more difficult for the Bulls. One-0 count here to plate. And Dre hits it hard and deep to center field. Hank Forrest runs about 20 feet to his left and gets under it. And Dre is retired for the third time this game. He's 0 for 3 now. One gone in the bottom of the 8th.
Right fielder number 18, Jackson Hoagie.
Number 18, Jackson Hoagie. 1 for 2 so far this game. He singled with an RBI in the 4th and had a sacrifice fly with an RBI. In the 6th inning, he has 2 RBIs so far. Big part of the 4-2 lead for the Mavericks thus far. David Salguero on deck for the Mavericks. Bottom of the 8th inning, it's 4-2 for the Mavs. 1 out, nobody on. Hoagie in a 1-0 count. 2-0, Hoagie watches that one go by. Sails up, sails past, high of the strike zone. Three-0 count now to Hoagie. That one inside. Hoagie not having to take the bat off his shoulder yet. Looking to get on for the second time today. He'll take a walk if he needs to. And he will be walked in 4 pitches with 1 out. And there's now 1 on for the Mavericks.
Concession, you just want a Sylvie's gift card.
1 out, 1 on. Jackson Hoagie on first for the Mavericks, and David Salguero steps up to the plate for the 5th time. Salguero is 1 for 2 so far this game. First pitch swinging, he'll foul it off over towards the patios behind the left field bullpen. And Salguero gets behind 0-1. Spangler gets ahead 0-1 in the count after the foul ball from Salguero. 1-1 pitches down low. Even count 1-1 with 1 out and 1 on here in the 8th inning for the Mavericks. Jackson Hoagie on first. And it's another foul ball from David Salguero. Salguero makes the count 1-2. One-two count. Salguero at the plate. And he's going to hit it hard and deep to right field. Jesse Hilliard's after, and it's over the wall. Another home run. No, sorry, I apologize. It is dark, and that hit the wall. It's a double for Salguero. My apologies, fans. Very dark, but it hit the wall. A double for Salguero, his 2nd hit of the game. That one is off the wall. It must have hit the top. My mistake. 2 on for the Mavericks and 1 out. Salguero on second after the double off the wall. Jackson Hoagie on third now for the Mavericks. 2 runners in scoring position. And 1 out. Carson Johnson at the plate.
Edmonton still has a lead on Okotoks in the top of the 8th, 5-1. And Regina still with that lead over Swift Current 8-6, and that's in the bottom of the 8th.
Seth Spangler going to be kept in the game. No substitution for the Bulls yet.
But shortstop number 5, Carson.
In the 8th inning, Mavericks looking to add to their 4-2 lead with Jackson Hoagie on third and David Salguero on second base. Anything in the outfield, and you know David Salguero will be turning third, coming for home. Salguero will surely be looking to make it 6-2 here in the 8th inning. 2-0 count. Johnson with no worries on the first 2 pitches.
Got anybody warming up in Lethbridge? No, they got no one. You gotta be careful with that one ice and some more. Still got another game tomorrow.
1 out, 2-0 count. And Johnson hits this one high and deep to left center. Jackson Hoagie tags, and he's coming home. It's 5-2 Mavericks. Carson Johnson with the RBI sacrifice fly to center field. Salguero stays on second, but Hoagie tags and scores. 5-2 for the Mavs here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs now and 1 still on. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. 1 on, David Salguero on second base. 5-2 for the Mavericks after the RBI sacrifice fly from Carson Johnson. Salguero takes off for third, and he has a stolen base. Pitch was outside at the plate. It's 1-0. Salguero looking to score here in the 8th inning. (5-2) the Mavericks lead currently with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-0 count. Right watches the pitch go by outside. And it's 3-0. Spangler gets that same spot outside of the plate. Another warning, fans, and we apologize for this, but our battery is now at 1%. Hopefully we'll make it into the 9th inning. Not expecting to end this game on the live stream, and we apologize for that. You can follow along on Point Streak to finish the game. 3-1 now at the plate. Hopefully tomorrow we can have the box cast up and running so that we can have the scoreboard on the live stream as well. That'll be great for all the fans to see the scoreboard as the game goes on. Fortunately, we were working with that program this afternoon as we just got it this morning, trying to make it work for all the fans. Couldn't do so for today, and it only drained our battery life, unfortunately. 3-2 now, the curveball from Spangler. Another called strike at the plate fills the count to Colton Wright. What was 3-0 is now 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Three balls, 2 strikes, Colton Wright. And the Mavericks down to their last strike here in the 8th inning. And Spangler is going to get Colton Wright swinging. We're into the top of the 9th now here at Athletic Park with the Mavericks leading the Lethbridge Bulls 5-2. Lethbridge has to come back from 3 runs down in the top of the 9th to tie this game and possibly send it into extras. Here in the top of the ninth, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Bulls. Jesse Hilliard, Dustin Braun, and Jarrett Semenuk. These three batters have been good for the Bulls tonight. Hilliard, 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Dustin Braun, 1 for 3 with a home run. And Jarrett Semenuk, 1 for 3 with a single. Here in the ninth inning, it'll be Tyler Schumpert coming onto the mound to close this one out for the Mavericks. Schumpert will be tasked with getting the close for the Mavericks. Up 5-2. It'll be Jesse Hilliard, Dustin Braun, and Jarrett Semenuk that he has to get through in the ninth inning. Top of the ninth here at Athletic Park. Mavericks lead the Bulls 5-2 in the first game of the first round of the Western Major Baseball League Western Division Playoffs. Game number 1 tonight and game number 2 tomorrow here at Athletic Park again.
Mr. Lou now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Right-handed reliever from Houston, Texas. Number 14, Tyler Schumpert.
Tyler Schumpert will take the mound. This season, Schumpert had a total of 6 saves and a 3.00 ERA in 17 appearances. He pitched 21 innings, giving up 23 hits, 12 runs, 11 of them earned in 11 runs, 7 of them earned in 21 innings. 8 walks and 22 strikeouts in 21 innings, a 2-1 record with 6 strikeouts. Only allowing 7 runs in 21 innings, a 3.0 ERA for Tyler Schumpert. Looking to get the save here in the first game of the playoffs.
Fans, your poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. Beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause, fans.
Last chance for the Bulls, top of the ninth. Jesse Hilliard comes up to the plate for the 4th time this game. 2 for 3 so far with a home run and a double. Solo home run in the second inning. Got the Bulls going. Tied the game up at 1. And he'll foul this one off his ankle into fair territory.
Locally owned and offering private training group classes and 24-hour open memberships. That's Temple Fitness, the official training facility of the Mavericks. And just a reminder, after the game, head on down to Days Off Pub to claim those and redeem.
Hilliard fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1.
75 scooters and 2 for 1 Applebee's, the official pub of the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Days Off Pub.
0-1 count. And it's 1-1. The slider from Schumpert can't find the strike zone. And it's 1-2. That time it gets over top of the plate. Nestles in there for strike called 2. To the leadoff batter here in the top of the 9th inning for the Bulls, Jesse Hilliard. 1-2 count. Schumpert looking for the strikeout, and he'll get him swinging. Slider outside, back door. Hilliard goes down swinging for the first time this game, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning.
And join us every home game from 6 to 6:45 and take advantage of the Mavericks Happy Hour. Brought to you by Mainlander Pub, a home Medicine Hat weekend.
1 out in the top of the 9th. Bulls down to the last 2 outs in the game. Dustin Braun steps up to the plate. He hit a solo home run in the 4th inning, and he struck out his other 2 at-bats. Swings on the first pitch, hits it into right field. Dre gets under it, He'll make the grab, and there's now 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Dre with the grab, and we're down to the Bulls' last out of the game. Jared Semenuk now batting. The number 8 batter for the Bulls. He's 1 for 3 so far. He singled in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 4th. And flew out to Jordan Dre in the 6th inning. First pitch, he swings on and grounds towards Carson Johnson. He won't be able to make the play. The ball scoots by him, and Semenuk is safe at first. That's an error. Yep. Semenuk on with the error. And the Bulls have a runner on here in the 9th inning. Carter Whitbeck at the plate, and the first pitch gets by Colton Wright. Jared Semenuk advances to second base.
Fans with that solo home run in the 1st inning by David Salguero over the total truck signs. We'll allow 1 sign out in left field. We have a winner, and that is Bob Opsel, winner of the $500 gift card, courtesy of Total Truck Centers. We'll all
1-0 count at the plate for Carter Whitbeck, the number 9 hitter. He's 0 for 3 so far, trying to bring around that run from second base. Jared Semenuk on second for the Bulls. Mavericks lead 5-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. Bulls down to their last out. And it's 2-0. Second pitch down low outside. Two-0 count at the plate. Carter Whitbeck. 2 outs. And that's 3-0. 3 straight pitches outside from Tyler Shumpert. Carter Whitbeck trying to get on for the first time, trying to draw a walk. Top of the order on deck for the Bulls, Hank Forrest. Forrest is 0 for 4 so far this game. Called strike on the outside corner. Whitbeck will not be walked in 4 pitches here. It's 3-1. Three-one count to Carter Whitbeck, top of the 9th. And he'll be walked in 5 pitches. The slider can't find the plate. And there's now 2 on for the Bulls. Tying run is at the plate now as the Mavericks lead 5-2.
Top of the order now for the Bulls. Brings to the plate the center fielder, number 7, Hank Forrest.
Center fielder Hank Forrest at the plate now. 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Lethbridge down 3 runs. Hank Forrest trying not to be the last batter of the game. Fouls off the first pitch behind home plate into the netting and gets down 0-1. Shumpert looking for the 3rd out. Wants to finish this game with the Mavericks taking the win 5-2 possibly. First pitch fouled off. It's 0-1 at the plate. Jared Semenuk on second. Carter Whitbeck on first for the Bulls. Hank Forrest at the plate. Second pitch is in. And it's another foul ball from Hank Forrest. Bulls down to their last strike of the game. Oh, 2 count at the plate. 2 outs and 2 on for the Bulls. Game number 1 of the Western Major Baseball League West Division first round. Mavericks looking for the 5-2 win. Third pitch is in. And it's outside, down low. 1-2 count. One and two, Hank Forrest gets ready for the fourth pitch. Shumpert with the pitch now. Fastball down low again. Colton Wright keeps it in front of him, keeps the count 2-2. Two count with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. 5-2 for the Minnesota Mavericks. Tying run at the plate. Here's the fifth pitch from Shumpert. And it's another foul ball from Hank Forrest. Keeps the count 2-2. Extends the at-bat, the inning, and this game. Still 2-2. Even count after the third foul ball of the at-bat. Ashton Roy on deck for the Bulls. Roy is 2 for 3 this game. Two and two. Here's pitch number 6. And it's one more foul ball. Hank Forrest extending the game again. Keeps the count 2-2. Forrest battling up there in the top of the ninth inning. Working the count, trying to get on base for the first time this game. Forrest has flown out 3 times into the outfield and struck out once. Here's pitch number 7. And Forrest is gonna pop this one up just behind third base into the infield. Jackson Hoagie charges after it, makes the grab, and this game is over. Mavericks pick up win number 1 here in the playoffs, 5-2 against the Bulls. These two teams will meet up again tomorrow at Athletic Park at 7:05. Thanks for tuning in this evening. We're happy we got through the entirety of the game here on the live stream. That's wonderful. 5-2 is the score here at Athletic Park. We'll meet again tomorrow for game number 2 of round number 1. Mavericks lead the series 1-0 after game number 1. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great day tomorrow. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7:05.